everybody. This is Pastor K. I hope that you are having a fantastic day. And I am so excited to announce that today, we are relaunching the Audacity to Shine podcast. Come on, say yay! This podcast was designed specifically for women. And we actually launched it initially in May of 2020. So we've been away for a while, for about 3 years. But I'm happy to say that we're back. We're back. And I'm so excited. I've been serving in other areas of ministry, but the Lord has directed me to get back to this platform, to encourage us, to empower us, to engage women who want to continue to grow through the transitions that life seems to throw at all of us. So I'm excited about this opportunity to partner with you once again and to just come along with you, come along beside you as you make this journey in becoming the best version of you. So I'm excited about the conversations. I'm excited about the revelations, the inspirations, the motivations, everything that's going to take place during this podcast that we're going to experience together. It's always my prayer that we will build a community, a sisterhood that will positively impact our pursuit of God's purpose for our lives, and also cultivate a supportive environment that promotes our success, even in the midst of our struggles. And that's key because all of us struggle at times. But in spite of the struggle, we can still struggle successfully. Amen. All right. So I'm excited, and I believe that God intends for all of us to shine. I believe that it's our time to shine. Even in His Word commands us to let our light so shine. And so I want to encourage each of us as women to shine in spite of what we may be dealing with, in spite of what we may be facing. So I just want to positively impact you, share some things with you, encourage you, uplift you, so that you can understand that you can still shine in the midst of circumstances that may not be favorable. You can still shine in the midst of a struggle that you find yourself in. You can still shine in the midst of adversity, in the midst of opposition, that you can and will still shine. I believe that God intends for all of us to shine in every aspect of our lives. So in our relationships, our ministries, our vocations, our aspirations, in our careers. Listen, ladies, whatever we step into, wherever we show up, we have the privilege and the power to shine. But now, how many of us can testify that life and living can sometimes cause our light to grow dim? How many of you can testify that sometimes our light just has a flicker instead of shining brilliantly? I can certainly testify to that. I can testify to the fact that it's hard to shine sometimes on those rainy days. And sometimes when it rains, it pours. That it's hard to shine sometimes when we feel deflated, when we feel defeated. Those days where things just don't seem to be working out the way we want them to. Those days when we seem stuck, we feel stuck in situations and circumstances that we really don't want to be in. Those days when our pain and our emotions are seemingly getting the best of us. Have any of you ever experienced those kinds of days? I certainly have. And so that's what's inspiring me to still take this opportunity and this privilege to be on this kind of platform to encourage women who are just like me. Women who understand how difficult it can be, how challenging it can be, how painful it can be to be and become who we really are. I've certainly had my share of struggle. I've had my share of loss. But I also know that God did not allow me to experience those things just for myself. That there are some other women that I can help, that I can share my story with and encourage them. And there are some other women who have similar stories. And I want to expose you to those as well. So I'm excited about the podcast. I'm excited about the relaunch. And I just believe that as we share, as we speak, as we support, as we share strategies and actionable steps, that we're absolutely going to shine on the good days and even the not so good days. So again, I'm committed to sharing my story and inviting other women and sometimes even men to share their stories that I believe will be beneficial for us as we continue to become and develop, as we demonstrate our authentic purpose. That's the key. I want us to become authentically me, authentically you. It's about us becoming our authentic selves, who God has originally charged us to be, empowered us to be, called us to be. That's what this podcast is all about. So, as we relaunch, the podcast will now be known simply as Audacity. Come on, everybody, say it with me. Audacity. We already know that the goal is for us to shine. So we've just shortened the name to emphasize the fact that our discussions, our dialogue, everything is designed to infuse us and empower us with the audacity to do just that, to shine. So when I speak of audacity, I'm speaking of courage. I'm speaking of a boldness, a daringness. And here's the definition that really resonates with me, and I trust will resonate with you as well. Audacity is having the boldness to take risk. Audacity is having the boldness to take the risk of faith to do something or to be who I already am. Did you hear that? Audacity is having the boldness to simply be you, regardless of the circumstance that you may find yourself in. Neither the situation nor the circumstance diminishes who you really are. And sometimes we don't clearly understand that. Sometimes we allow the circumstance to define us. We allow failure to define us. But I want to encourage you today, and even on this platform and this podcast, that you are not the mistake and you are not the failure. You absolutely are who God says you are. And I want you to shine in that. And I want you to have the audacity to be that and to become that. So when I speak of audacity, it means you're going to take the risk, whatever risk is necessary for you to become who you really are. That's what audacity is about. That you can shine in spite of whatever your circumstance is. I know you may be going through difficulty right now, but you can still shine. I know that your circumstances may not be advantageous, but you can still shine. I know that your situation may not be what you want it to be, but you can still shine. But you need the audacity to do it. So using the Audacity podcast, I will provide support. I will provide strategies. I will provide solutions. I will provide stories. I will provide speakers that will increase our capacity. Number one, to take risks of faith in becoming our most authentic selves. Number two, to embrace adversity as a means of advancing us to greater power, purpose, and performance. Number three, to help us navigate through transitions that actually have the potential to transport us to our next triumph. Number four, to help us reframe some of our narratives and negative thoughts and self-talk that most often hinder us in our process of being and becoming who we really are. Number five, to give greater insight in helping us to achieve greater emotional, relational, and spiritual intelligence. That's important. And number six, to understand that there is purpose even in our pain that will produce greater power in doing what we've been called to do. So we're going to discuss various topics. We're going to be challenged. We're going to talk about some areas that might be painful. And I'm also going to ask you about some topics that you may want to talk about, because listen, I'm here to listen to you. I'm here to support you. I'm here to see you. I'm here to hear you. So together, we're going to have the audacity to shine. So now, after saying all of this, please permit me to reintroduce myself. My name is Karla Randall. I am blessed to serve as the pastor of Saturation Ministries Global in Houston, Texas. I am affectionately known as Pastor K. I am a licensed professional counselor with a graduate degree in community counseling and a graduate degree in Christian leadership. My passion is participating with God in building people so that they have the opportunity to discover, to develop, and demonstrate their authentic purpose. So you'll notice in our discussions and our conversations that there will be a blending of psychology and theology. I'm a therapist, but I'm also a pastor. So I believe that psychology, or the study of the mind, the study of behavior, has to be considered when we discuss theology, or the study of God and our beliefs about who God is and what he desires for us to be. Please hear me. Living a Christian life cannot be done effectively without awareness, acknowledgement, adjustments in our beliefs and behaviors, and in our confessions and our conduct. There must be congruency, and thus there is the need for the blending of psychology and theology. So expect to experience the marriage of psychology and theology as we talk, as we have our discussion, as we have our dialogue. And we seek to enhance and empower you again with the audacity to shine, but we need psychology and theology. So we're going to have a good time together. I'm excited. I want you to tune in, expecting to be informed, expecting to be inspired, and please, I also want to provide instruction. We're going to get through some difficult, challenging days together. We're going to build this sisterhood, and we're going to help one another become who God has already called us to be. Well, I think I've shared enough for today. And I just wanted to express my excitement about relaunching the Audacity Podcast. Again, we're going to have a great time. We're going to grow together. We're going to learn together. We're going to laugh together. We may even shed some tears together. And we're definitely going to pray together. So please make sure you tune in monthly. We're probably going to drop episodes every other Saturday. So mark your calendars. Invite people to join you for the podcast. Ladies, I believe that this is going to be great. It's going to be beneficial. It's going to be helpful. It's going to be inspirational. And it's going to help us advance. So I'm asking for your commitment to tune in. I'm going to do my part and share. Listen, I absolutely believe that it's our time to shine. And we're going to have the audacity to do just that. I'm looking forward to talking to you soon. I'm so grateful that I have the opportunity to share with you and to serve as the host of the Audacity Podcast. Looking forward to next time. Love and blessings. Pastor K.